All right, guys, this is an old composter I've got, and it's just full of leaf mulch. This is what I get from leaves. So every fall, when the leaves fall, maybe that's why they call it fall, I collect the leaves from my neighbors. I literally steal their leaves, and I'll steal like, I don't know, 8 to 12 garbage bags about the size of this thing of leaves. And mostly I'm looking for stuff that's either been mowed or it's small leaf particulate like this, just because it breaks down like quicker, you know, more surface area. Otherwise I gotta mow it, which I will do sometimes. My dad does it too. And it's just leaf mulch, right? Really good for the garden. This isn't the best like soil. This is more a garden feed. I'm so sorry about the camera work right now. I'm just focused on kind of mixing this stuff up, trying to get it loose, because as it's been sitting all winter, it kind of, you know, it's just builds a big layer. And so the top here is dry. And as you get deeper, it keeps more and more moisture, and you get more and more worms in here. So I don't know if I see any right now, but usually when you stop for a second, they start moving. So yeah, there's a worm poking out of the wall right there. I don't know if you can see that. Ants. There's worms. You know, there's some action going on here. It's not so crazy like the compost pile, but sometimes it's pretty full in here. I don't know if it's because I've been digging it up, but yeah, not too much here. I haven't watered this or anything. This is just moisture from the rain. So let me kind of fix that camera. And this is leaf mulch, so I'll show you a couple things you could do with it. Okay, here's the composter from last video, and there's the other one with the peppers in it. I haven't planted them in this one yet because I'm taking this leaf mulch, and actually before I put this leaf mulch, what I did is I took this thingy and I just chopped up the compost. So I should have taped that, but I just go like this, right? And I push it down and it cuts it up, because it's all like organic stuff, you know, like it's all tomatoes and potatoes and apples and rotting stuff, carrots, you know, whatever's been used in the kitchen. It's all sorts of stuff, cabbage, you know, and I just chop it up, cardboard, we throw paper towels in there and eggshells and all that stuff, and I just chop it up, right, pushes it down, compacts the soil, and makes it really good for planting. And so I'm just gonna take this leaf mulch now, and I'm gonna make another layer on top to separate the compost from the top soil. So yeah, this will just be a little layer to keep the compost away from the topsoil, because the compost, it's got like maggots in it, it's got, you know, a bunch of different types of worms. I don't know all the worms, but it's got a whole bunch of them, and it is pretty much like toxic. Like, you don't want to be living in that. There's another worm. Unless you're a worm, right? You don't want to be living in that. Plants don't like it because it's kind of like chaotic. Plants like really stable conditions. So yeah, there's some ants taking advantage of this. They're gonna move out pretty soon, but yeah, you know, I'm gonna push this down again. As you can see, it's compacting. If I chop it down a little bit, it'll compact. It goes down, and I can fit even more leaves. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a couple buckets of leaves, and I'm just gonna keep filling it. I'm adding the leaves, and I just found a peanut. So this is probably the squirrels doing. So it's quite active, this pile of leaves in the community. It's quite active. It's got worms, it's got ants, it's got the squirrels digging in there. Look at that worm. Look at that guy. Can you see that? Yeah, that's going in the compost. It's all going back in the planter. So believe it or not, I managed to fit another 3 full buckets of the leaf mulch in here. And just by chopping at it with this guy, it gets lower and lower and lower. And I could probably even add a few more buckets and keep on chopping at it. But at this point, I'm satisfied. I'm just gonna put a little bit of soil on top. So, you know, what is that? It's like almost 6 inches. It's almost 6 inches right there. And I might put like 4 or 5 inches of soil. You gotta water it, so I'm not gonna do that right now, but in a couple hours I'll put some soil and just let this reaction keep happening, because there's a big reaction happening under this soil, under this leaf mulch. There is a lot of worms at work. They're all eating, and there's a lot of other bugs and creatures and all sorts of silly little rascals, and they're all helping to break down this soil, and it is turning it into soil. And so as I turn it and as I cut it up with the tool, and actually I'm gonna get some water and rinse off the tool because I'm not gonna be using that right now. And look, it's just using the environment to feed the environment. I'm gonna plant some chili peppers here. Talked about that in the last one. But right now, I'm just rinsing this thing off. I'll put it away. And I'm pretty satisfied with this. I'll show you one more thing that you could do with the leaf mulch. So here I've got some tomatoes, and it's still a little chilly outside. I'm doing an experiment here with these tomatoes because they weren't doing so well inside. But I've got some more I've got to plant. This is just a little fun experiment I'm doing. And one thing you could do with the leaf mulch is just put it around like any sort of plants that you have that might want a bit more moisture, and they don't care so much about like the soil pH, because this is gonna probably create more of an acidic environment, but it is gonna help keep the moisture locked in, right? It's gonna help with that. It's not gonna be the best for like pH or whatever, but still, this could help with gardening, like just doing little things like this. It all adds up, it all helps. Now you wanna get the major things right, but little things like this, using the leaf mulch, it's just a little extra feed for the garden. It's just helping keep the moisture there a little bit longer, so you don't have to water as much, or so the rain is more effective. Like, it's all beneficial. Even I could go over here and I've got another plant, this bush. I can just throw some mulch around it. You know, this is gonna keep the weeds from coming up so much. It's gonna help feed the plant over the coming years as this leaf mulch breaks down, and it's just going to be good for my garden. And so I'm going to give this plant a little mulch, and I'll throw some in one other spot. Right here I have some raspberries. As you can see, they're not flowering yet. Focus, focus. No flowers yet, but raspberries are growing, and they've got this kind of sandy, like forest-like soil. All right, it should be pretty small pieces, little particulate, loose soil, and there's a lot of leaf stuff. So this leaf mulch will be perfect because they grow in the forest. These kinds of berries usually love the mulches. They love the compost. You know, I'm gonna put it all over here, and I gotta do some weeding here. As you can see, this is clearly not a raspberry, but I gotta do some weeding. Right now I'm just feeding them. It will cover up a little bit of these weeds. It'll keep them from coming up. As you can see, where there's a bit more mulch, the weeds don't come up as much. And so I do have to do some weeding, but right now I'm just adding this leaf mulch. Thank you for watching. I love you. I love this gardening stuff, and so I want to make some more videos kind of sharing this part of my life too, because A lot of what I eat comes out of the garden, and doing this stuff, being in the sunlight, it's really changed my life tremendously. It's been really beneficial for me, really soothing for my soul. Praise the Lord. Jesus Christ. Wonder how long this video is gonna be. It's about leaf mulch, so you know, just like gardening stuff. My garden's is what it is, you know. Some parts are kind of clean. This is nice. Got the rainwater over here. Some parts are a bit messy, so I'm just gonna do a little tour for you right now. Got these peppers, so they're not looking too hot, right? They're not looking super hot, but once I put them in the soil, they'll be much better. They have gotten a bit better today, because as you can see, that one that's fallen over, a lot of them were like that, but right now I gave them some water. They're doing a bit better. I'm gonna put some topsoil in this other composter right here, and then after a few days I will be ready to plant in it. And right now I'm adding a ton of water just because I want that reaction going. I want this leaf mulch breaking down a little bit. It's, you know, just creating a barrier again so that the compost isn't directly on the soil, but I still need some soil to actually plant my plants in. I can't plant them right in this leaf mulch, or else bacteria, bugs are gonna get them. I need something that's not gonna burn as hot, because believe it or not, this stuff is burning right now. There's a lot of bugs in there. They're eating, they're creating millions of little reactions, and they're doing their thing, you know, they're doing their bug thing, and that's cool. It is what it is. What can we do?